I'm starting it right now. You hear what I said? Haley Van Lith and Angel Reese were on the same team. Yeah.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And off we go.
Just sitting back there shooting the tank, just pummeling the tank. The two shields.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
That was nuts. I mean, you couldn't luck into one final hit.
Here's Nix to throw right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time.
He didn't get anybody.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
He's Lord Punisher too. No, I just started my game.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Can't even be mad.
Has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do.
Look how much damage I did.
Was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say.
Were you guys there with the Punisher the other day? We told him he was selling. He said how I had the most damage, and he had like 3 final hits for like 30k damage.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. No return, but it goes down.
What is tempo hitting? Do you know?
of 31 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take
Josh,
over
do you still have
great
TikTok?
field position. 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That'll be caught by the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, able to avoid him. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's got it. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Kyron Lacey just got a pass.
He's out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact. And
that's caught
all right.
Inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. A quick throw caught by Rice. And running with power here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. But not much on that run, Charles.
no, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and...
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Castellanos. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work to his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's White. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Now back
back to the ground game with White. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles.
That's his Kevin Mobile.
From the gun on 3rd down, Castellanos. He's got his target. That's complete.
Hey, can I get a picture with you?
The Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Yes.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft
Do you still have TikTok downloaded?
And find the 1st down, and that's what he just did.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They get this out left, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Oh my God, are you Kevin G? My kids love you.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He's got the birdies in here.
And we will now
I
return.
can't wait.
They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
Ban Black Widow.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Taking heads off. Probably looks the same as the #1 Hawkeye.
He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Escaping the pressure right.
What the?
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
14, Vikings 13.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Well, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. A first carry now for Thompson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Thompson between the tackles. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out, and and made a really nice play.
And a razzle-dazzle not going to work out. They're just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Arnold. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
He'll try again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going
They
to
drafted Haley Van Lith.
ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action.
Why would I be serious?
I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No.
Try to run this one in. No gain.
I'll go to Chicago whenever, but it's not going to be for a WNBA game. Unless everybody else wants to. I'll go watch Haley Van Lith and Angel Reese.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Castellanos. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one caught by Rice. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, why is this dude running no huddle, dude? You trying to get me hurt?
Look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing.
Don't forget who was first on the wave.
When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
I'll tell you what, though, if you're trying to put up, if you only care about putting up big healing numbers, have a Root on your team.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
That dude just eats damage.
First chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready.
Our Groot, I had 60K healing on Rocket.
Big spot, and he delivers.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well.
Yeah, probably was strange. In a long game, yeah. I mean, every time I look at, like, my strange stats for somebody else's, I think I have the most, like, damage blocked by shields per 10 minutes of everybody. Mine's at, like, 11K.
Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team alive.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Castellanos. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45.
We're going Mag and Bruce.
11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
The key here, as it usually is, protection. Love the design of this one because they leaked the running back out and sent him down the field. But you've got to give a quarterback time to locate him. They did for a nice play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play.
I got 6 minutes left in my game.
They toss it to Thompson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on third down, Castellanos working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's
Guys like Kelly
2nd and
Clarkson?
11. He'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. Fighting through at the 25.
I don't want to be up super late.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
No.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Castellanos buying time to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw.
Can I play Hawkeye?
But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2. It's complete to Cook. down to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded.
I saw it coming a mile away.
And they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Thompson bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations.
Who's you guys?
To make sure everyone is on the same page.
I could play Hawkeye.
Got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now keep in mind, no overtime in the preseason. So without getting ahead of ourselves, we'll likely see a 2-point try should they get this in the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
I got 10 seconds left in this game.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
My game just ended.
Formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win.